Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, it is your host, We're to You Too, and today well, it's Friday, guys, so we need to talk about some serious stuff. Well, we're gonna go talk about France, okay? Yeah, France. So, another attack on France. A whole bunch of bad stuff going down over there. 84 dead, 202 wounded. But let's actually start where this began off in the beginning. So apparently, a guy named Mohammed Bolel went in and took a refrigerated truck and ran over, started mowing people down with this 19-ton refrigerated truck that he had rented weeks before, well, a couple days before. So it was like he was planning this attack. And apparently he was a native of Tunisia, which, to be honest, I've never heard of Tunisia before. Apparently it's like right near Morocco. And the more you know. I mean, I am willing to admit that I don't know things, especially about stuff like this, so the more information you get, the better, I guess. But let's continue on and talk about. So he started mowing down these people, and then when the cops came in to attack to stop him, he started opening fire with an assault rifle. So wow, but no. So the most surprising part about it is that it's not only like the first Paris attack. Well, it's not only like the Paris attack where people were angry and stuff like that. No, this one was on their Independence Day. So to strike fear to people on their Independence Day is just completely surprising. To be honest, I wouldn't wish it on anybody, but it's extremely unfortunate that this happened to France for the third time in 18 months. 3 times, guys. I mean, can we not attack France? Can we not attack anybody, for that matter? But France has just been hurting for the most part on this, and it's getting kind of sad. Well, it is extremely sad, but it's getting kind of sad that people keep targeting France over and over again. So, I would love to go and list off all the names, but I don't have all the names, so I'm just gonna say my condolences. But these kind of acts, I mean, they should not be happening whatsoever. If you want to change the world, terrorism will change the world. It'll just make everybody hate each other, and that's not going to be a healthy thing to do. Because if you hate everybody, what is the world going to end up to be like? I mean, I'm just being honest here. Would you want to be in a world where everybody hates each other? I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to be in a world where everybody hates each other. So, I mean, sure, in video games, we all fight, we all do these things. And I'm well aware that some people, like the terrorist group ISIS, wants to create their own country. And at this point, whether or not the people who actually say they're with ISIS and do these terrorism acts, I'm not exactly sure if that's what they are. I mean, no doubt ISIS is definitely wanting to take the credit for those attacks because it keeps them relevant, keeps them up there. But if they really wanted to just take the countries, then it would have been like any rebel group. I mean, yes, we do support some rebel groups going on, and we don't support some rebel groups. But to bring it to an international scale of you attacking people, I don't see how that benefits you, to be honest. I mean, sure, you go around and everybody now knows you're here. Everybody knows that ISIS exists. But why would you want to do that? It just brings more attention to yourself, and through that, I'm not exactly sure why they want it. I mean, sure, they get more recruits, but they also get a whole bunch of people hating them, and more people coming to go and fight them, so it's kind of a win-lose situation right there. Another situation I want to talk about is, another thing I want to talk about is, let's go back to a week ago, and we had someone shooting up officers, and it's just a whole bunch of bad news, right? But when you go into and think about it, I mean, I believe one of the officers was African American, so if you're gonna say you hate white people, and especially cops who are white, why did you kill one of your own? I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand that you're angry, I understand that you want to change things, but going up and shooting people, how does that change anything whatsoever? It only makes people stricter and pretty much going to turn this entire world into George Orwell because we can't behave like normal people. And if you disagree with what I'm saying, you know, that's your opinion, this is mine. I am willing to respect your opinion. At the exact same time, I have to question some of these things, like, why? And I know some of you people will be like, but what about the Black Lives Matter group? And you're right, Black Lives do matter, and so do white, and so do Asians, and it's not going to matter what race you are, it's going to matter what kind of person you are. Just to put one race into, like, all of the bad things happening in the world, it's not going to work. And just with terrorism, like, if you want your religion to go and radically control something, go radically control it, but don't bring in all the necessary deaths and killing that is in here. Because it's not going to help you. I'm pretty sure a lot more people, would be more willing to listen to your case if you actually sat down and talked about it and listened to other people. And you're right, sometimes violence does come into play, such as when we're fighting, when we're up against the Nazis in World War II, okay? I can understand if you need to go to violence, or if an entire country brings you to violence, like with Pearl Harbor. But immediately resorting to violence or terrorist acts just because you are a proud supporter of your faith, I'm not going to understand that whatsoever. And if you do, and you would like to hate everybody in the world, how many times is someone going to give up any freedom they ever had to anybody in the world? How many times is someone going to give up any freedom they ever had to speak out against the world, because they're probably going to die at the end of it. And not that I'm saying that, oh, you shouldn't do this because it's just a hopeless cause. No, I'm saying you should do this if you really want to. Just find a better way to do it. If you are angry, it is okay to be angry. It is okay to voice out your concerns and voice out your anger. But if you're going around and just shooting people to voice out your anger and voice out your concerns, it's not going to help your case. You're just going to be considered a terrorist, and after a while you just become part of the endless sands of just people trying to use violence as a way to get it done. And no, I would say more, but I think I'm done with this video. And to France, I'm sorry. My deepest condolences to the people who died, to the Americans who died, to the Tunisians who also died because of this one person. My condolences. I know it won't bring anybody back or make anything better, but it's the least I can do. Okay? Yeah, I'm done.